Hi everyone, welcome to another video of mine. I hope everyone's having a nice day. Today we're just going to take a walk in Melbourne and also in the Docklands area. So we're just going to cross over the bridge here and make our way towards the Docklands area. So this bridge is the La Trobe Street, which it crosses the railway yards, etc., and goes on towards Docklands. So we're just leaving Spencer Street Station and making our way down towards Docklands. And that spot there is good for train spotting if you're interested in that. But a better place to actually do some train spotting is near Marvel Stadium, which was on the other side of the railway yards. So I would recommend that area if you're interested in doing train spotting, etc. I do like the trains, but I'm not a big fan of train spotting, but I do like plane spotting, and I actually did come back from plane spotting and I decided to shoot this video as well. So it was actually really nice when I was doing the plane spotting as well. So it was interesting. On this day when I was shooting the video, I did for the whole day about 18,000 steps, which I was really happy about. And that's coming up to my average of 18,000 steps a day, which I need still aiming to go to 20,000, but there are more and more days where I'm actually reaching 20,000 steps, so I'm actually happy about that as well. Just looking for walks during my lunch break, walking to work as well, and also walking home from work also does help. That is another view of the city, etc., and railway. Just making our way towards the Docklands. So in my previous videos I have actually said that there's a few river cruises and bay cruises that start from the Docklands, and also like party boats, etc. And also I went on an ABBA boat cruise, like the band ABBA. There was a tribute band that was on last year, and it was a river cruise, 3-hour river cruise, so it's actually really nice. Well, a bit expensive at $90, but I haven't been on one since last year, but I honestly wouldn't mind going again on one just for the experience. So $90 was just the cruise and food and one free drink, alcoholic drink, but there are non-alcoholic drinks as well, but you'll have to buy any additional drinks at the bar, and they are at normal bar prices. So that was last year. So I just wanted to do a video here just while I was on my walk. Just decided to actually spend some time getting some exercise done as well. It was actually a really nice day when I was shooting the video, so I did like it. And there's actually a lot more development coming up now in this area. We've got lots of new apartments and office buildings. And we're actually coming up to Marvel Stadium as well, and I did do a video of that as well. The tram just went past that goes to the Bandura Paramiti, which is the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, which is not in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. So that over there is the entrance to Marvel Stadium. Just making our way down La Trobe Street. So this is generally a quieter area of Melbourne. So lots of apartments and office buildings down the side. Not as many tourists coming down this part of the city as compared to like other parts of the city as well. So this is like more for office workers and residents, but if you would like a bit more quieter, then I would recommend coming here. But this part where Marvel Stadium is does get busy when there are sports matches on, like football, as in Australian football or cricket, or when there are concerts like Taylor Swift, which happened recently, and other concerts as well. I didn't get to go and see Taylor Swift, unfortunately, but hey, maybe next time when she comes to Melbourne, or see her somewhere else. And these are actually quite nice, like small gardens, etc. So the buildings. So I actually do like walking down this spot, even though it's like a bit quieter than the rest of the city, but I do like walking here. I do like the crowds as well, but sometimes I do like the quiet as well, so that both of them are equally good. Just gonna make our way down the side, soon across the road. So this part of Melbourne is under the free tram zone, so actually don't have to pay anything to travel in this area. It is pretty much the whole central business district plus Docklands. You get to travel for free on the trams. It's mainly to encourage like the tourists, etc., or people who drive to the city and take the trams as well. That's they can use it for free. But if you're traveling from like the suburbs, etc., you still have to pay, but you get to take the trams for free. Only the trams, not the trains or buses. So you can travel only by trams for free. And there are quite a lot of them, as you may have seen. And quite a lot of them come out this side as well, this part of town. If you're ever in Melbourne, I would recommend taking a tram and just exploring the city. The best one to actually see all the sights, at least not all the sights, but most of the sights in around the central business district is the number 35 tram, which is the city circle tram. And that only goes during the day. I believe that it starts around 10 a.m. But doesn't go for a full day. I think stops around 5 or 6 p.m. But don't quote me on that. I actually haven't been on the tram for a number of years. I think at least 20 years since I've actually been on the tram, or maybe more. Actually, I think I've been on the tram for quite a number of years. Come to think of it, I actually want to do a video on the City Circle tram, but just not sure when I'll actually do it. It usually always is extremely busy, and it is an older style of tram, so one of the original trams of Melbourne, or one of the older ones that we had in the city so many years ago. So that only runs like not half the day, but just for 8 to 10 hours a day. And it doesn't run that often as well. I think every half an hour, roughly. I could be mistaken. Just making our way down the street here, Harbour Esplanade. So this used to be like where the Melbourne docks used to be. You can see on the footpath here on the ground, they have tram tracks, etc. So that's interesting to see. And you just saw Porty Bridge, and that is part of the freeway that was built around, I think, 27 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can see on the ground there's tram tracks. So this used to be, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, part of Melbourne docks. So the trains or trams used to come down here and collect the goods from the ships and then transport it back to other places in the state or in the city. So you can see down there, it's still preserved tram tracks, although it is not in use, so it is primarily just as a reminder of the past. Once the ships got bigger, so they couldn't fit in this area, so they needed a bit more deeper water. So the port of Melbourne has now moved, at least somewhere else. So, and this has all been redeveloped into office buildings and apartments in the past 28 years, and still developing. So it has changed in my lifetime a lot. So this used to be like very quiet and not many people as you come down the side. And from what I've heard, there used to be like hardly anything down the side, only the docks. And then the city of Melbourne and the state government decided to rejuvenate the area and attract more people to live here, work here, and to visit here as well. So this is actually like nice place if you want to walk, and if you want to sit as well and enjoy the river views as well, you can. I would recommend coming down here if you like to come. The Marvel Stadium as well, that's also a nice place to visit. So after the Marvel comics, so that's a nice place to visit as well. We're now making our way towards Burke Street, which is coming up shortly. Coming up on the right is where you buy tickets for like the cruises, river cruises or boat parties, like etc. And all the ferries as well. So that's where I bought my tickets for the Yarra cruise, and this is the place that it usually starts. So, or the dinner cruises, etc. I did go on a dinner cruise before the pandemic, which was actually really good, and the Yarra cruise was last year. So this is the point of where they actually start on the right, which is just down there, and that's the entrance to the place where you buy the tickets for the boats, etc. But there is a separate river cruise place we can go and buy tickets, and that's in the city, which I have shown a video of that a couple of weeks ago. So this is for like river cruises as well, and also for like other dinner cruises, show, etc. So if you are interested, you also have that option, and they do run day and night, but not early morning. I actually do like the pine trees that are here. Reminds me of Christmas, which is one of my favorite seasons of the year. Actually, my favorite season of the year is Christmas, so I do like the pine trees. They're good to come and see. I'm honestly not sure why they planted pine trees here, but it would be actually interesting to find out and see why it's planted. So on this building is where they have the bikes for lease or for sale. So you can actually come there and get some bikes to ride, but it wasn't open unfortunately when I walked past. But you can go there and get some bikes. Right down now. It does get busier in certain other parts of the Docklands area, but this part is a bit quieter. I hope everyone's having a nice day so far. And just a reminder to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I do like the color of this building actually does look nice. It's making our way to the other side of Docklands. So there's a building that I like the shape of, which you just saw, like a diagonal shape of the building. It actually does look nice. And coming back to this one, I actually do like the color of that building, and the design of it actually does really look nice. And I'm going to planning on doing some more videos around this area as well, and in the city there's a few places I actually want to go. I'm still planning on when to do like one of the shopping centers called Chadston. I'm not sure when to do that as well, just have to work out when I'm actually going to do it, but let's see. There are quite a few like small parks, etc., like grassy areas that are in this part of town, which is actually quite nice. As you can see, that building very like colorful. Just making our way towards Burke Street, and it does get a bit busier from down here. Then also planning some overseas trips as well. Just not sure when I will actually go. Overseas, just have to wait and see what is happening, etc. So just have to decide when I'm going. I was planning on going overseas later this year, but let's see what happens. Anyway, so it's actually quite nice today. It's not too hot and not too cold. It's actually quite good. I did have some coffee after I finished shooting the video, which was really good, and I did relax as well. I had a frappe actually, which was quite nice, and also did have a hot chocolate as well later on. So I had a frappe after I finished shooting the video, and then later in the day I had a hot chocolate. So as I was saying, I need to work on reducing my sweet intake. So that's my one weakness: sweets, especially chocolate. There's quite a few cafes here as well on this area. So it's actually, I haven't been to many of the cafes here, but I would actually like to go one day. Just give them a try and see how good they are, which I'm sure that they would be good, but just want to try. There is also a bottle shop as well, which coming up a bit later on, so it's actually quite interesting to see. So this part has a lot of like office buildings, etc. So it actually does, like during lunch breaks, it does get busy, but when it's not lunch breaks, it's actually not too busy. And especially when people come to work and go home, so that's another busy period as well. And in Australia, at least, a lot of the cafes do close earlier than many other countries, around 3 to 4 p.m. That's when a lot of the cafes close. For some people it can be early, but that's the usual time when they close. But they do open early. A lot of cafes open at 6 a.m. or at 7 a.m. So we, at least in Australia, are morning people. So that's why plenty of them open up early and close early as well. So a lot of the cafes that I've seen, they open around 6 or 6:30, but some of them open around 7 as well. So depending on which part of the city that you're actually from, or which part of Melbourne you're from. These are cafes that I go, like, I see when I walk to work. They're usually open by the time I leave, which is 7 o'clock in the morning. So they are usually open by then. These are cafes that I have seen when I walk past, and they actually do get really busy as well. And I can't believe that Easter is coming up really quickly. And there are a few more weeks left. The year is passing really, really fast. And before you know it, the end of the year is coming, and then we're going to say what has happened to the year. Just making my way back to the river and just checking out the sites as well. There is some construction work along here, as you can see. Just doing up the area, etc., which is a good thing. So not sure how long that will actually take, but hopefully it will be finished soon. Just doing up this area, etc. There is also a library here as well, which I didn't take a video of, but there's a library at Docklands. So, and I have seen it. Just haven't been inside as yet. I don't believe that I can shoot any videos there because it's a library, but it actually does look nice. But anyway, let's see. Let's just continue with the video. Just making our way down. So there are plenty of yachts down the side as well. Not sure if they're private yachts, but there are plenty of them. And there is also a shop here that actually does sell yachts. Just not sure how much they actually sell for. I didn't check out the prices, but I will be walking past one later on. So that's just another view of the other side of the river, called the Yarra River. Sorry that I didn't mention that earlier. So the river's name is the Yarra River. I do like the boats as well, but I would be a bit scared to go on the smaller ones, and I do actually get seasick. But if it's a larger boat with stabilizers, then I'll be okay. But I'm not sure if I can go on the open seas on the cruises, because I have actually seen YouTube videos of how high the waves can be, and actually that can get scary. And yeah, speaking of boats, that's just the boat shop that I was telling you about earlier. So it's going back to the videos. Sorry, I'm a bit worried that I'll get sick and get scared of going on open seas, especially when the waves are so high, etc. And I've seen quite a few YouTube videos of that, and that is actually a bit scary for me. So I'm not sure about anyone else, but at least personally I wouldn't feel comfortable. But I wouldn't mind going on a cruise, but just to see, not a long cruise, but just for a couple of days or so. Just making my way down here as well. And this was a bottle shop I did mention earlier. So it's looks like quite a nice place. Sorry about that. So it actually does look like quite a nice place to visit. And I wouldn't mind going in there and just buying something as a gift for someone. But there's a supermarket down here as well, and a laundromat. But personally, I rarely drink, so only occasionally, like just for like a champagne once in a while, or once a year or twice a year, but I very rarely drink now. So there are a few like East Asian restaurants and shops as well, which looks nice. So if you're ever in Melbourne, I would recommend coming on this side if you would like to. It's a good place to take a walk. I do understand that it is a bit quiet, but there are some places to actually see, and then you can walk the area as well. And from what I've seen, there's a few nice cafes and restaurants, etc., which you can try out. But I will go one day and actually try them out, just to see how good they are. So let's see. And then one day, well, that's not sure when I will actually do it, but I'm still planning on doing a food review. But I still haven't gone in my mind to doing it as well. But I have done a lot of shorts where I have shown what I've been eating, like etc. And there's a few more coming up as well, so I would recommend that as well. That's me there in the reflection. We're just coming up to one of the parks that are here, and this is actually quite a nice place if you want to sit down and relax. And I have seen quite a few people walking the dogs. I'm not exactly sure what that tree represents, but that is some artwork, but it actually does look interesting. So this park is actually quite nice if you want to come and relax in the middle of the area. So this actually does look quite nice. I'm going to finish off my video here. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I will see you on my next video. Please do not forget to like and comment. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, if you have not done so, please consider subscribing, and I'll see everyone on my next video. Have a wonderful day. See you later.